Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marcy. Thank you for clicking on that thumbnail. Always showing up, showing your girl some love. I have something very special for us today. I had some fragrances sent over by Dossier, so I guess you can consider them PR. And I was, very thankful and grateful that they did contact me and ask me, if I wanted to try out some of their fragrances. And of course, as a fragrance reviewer and a lover, of course, I'm going to say yes. So I have two fragrances today. I have from the house of Dossier, I have Ambery Sage, and then I have Fruity Oakmoss. What Dossier doesn't know is that I purchased over about almost 2 years ago. I had tons of Dossier fragrances, and I ended up decluttering them, or I gave them away, some in Costa Rica to my driver, and then the other ones I took over to Ghana with me, and then I gave my sister a couple because she loved the Ambery Saffron. And that was my introduction to Baccarat Rouge 540 when I went to Harrods, and I couldn't smell it. So I decided to order the Dossier, and I ordered a couple of Dossiers at that time. So I was very excited when they contacted me about, wanting to offer me some of their fragrances. Now, when I was ordering Dossier, they came with the samples. That was nice, to try them. But Dossier, they still have an amazing return policy. So let me just give you a little bit about the house. So it's like 100% non-toxic for those with allergies or, very sensitive skin. They're vegan, they're cruelty free. Y'all, they source a lot of natural sources over in Grasse, France, which is amazing for people that have a hard time with fragrances on their skin or just even smelling fragrances, that have allergic reactions of that sort or that have very sensitive noses. So you guys really need to get your noses on these fragrances. I am definitely going to talk about the two that I did receive today, and that's pretty much it, y'all. They're considered a alternative way to sample luxury and niche fragrances. They are an inspirational house, not a dupe house. Everybody knows Dossier. All of my other fragrance reviewers, they have reviewed Dossier products. One of my favorite was Fruity Oakmoss, and I did get it again because I loved it so much before I bought Creed Aventus. And I absolutely love Dossier's fragrances. So you all know that this review about Dossier is going to be true because I've reviewed Dossier's fragrance before when I initially started my channel. So I'm going to give you 100% across the board, regardless of who it is. And I told you about the return policy and the fact that they are cruelty free and they are sustainable, because with global warming and the environment that we want to protect today, that's very important to be sustainable, to be a sustainable house. And I think a lot of perfume houses need to kind of gear towards that way. Some have refillable bottles, which are amazing, but Dossier, they come in a 30 ml, and they're amazing fragrances. So without further ado, please, I know that you are subscribed. If you are not, please hit that notification bell, subscribe, please like, comment, all that. Follow me on Instagram. It's Marcelena. And, we just have a lot of fun over there. Reels, all that. Come and join the family, y'all, because, we're about a positive vibe over here. And that is it. So the very first one we're going to discuss is Fruity Oakmoss. And I've had this one before, and I absolutely loved it. I took this one to Costa Rica with me, and I ended up giving it to my driver. This is inspired by Creed Aventus for her. Yes, my driver, it is a unisex fragrance, and my driver absolutely loved them. And there's a bee, and I think because I sprayed these, and they smell absolutely gorgeous. So you all know that in Creed Aventus with her, you have a beautiful note of green apple, lemon, bergamot, vanilla. There's some woody notes in here. This is the bottle. Fruity Oakmoss, and now it does have a magnetic cap, which I absolutely love. They don't skimp on the bottles, even though they are sustainable, y'all. Gorgeous, very nice, sleek. If you have a slew of Dossier fragrances, you can just line them all up together. They're all the same size. Love it. So this, I do have now the original Creed Aventus for her, and I told you all in a review a long time ago that I actually liked the Dossier fragrance, Fruity Oakmoss, and this was last year, more than the Creed Aventus for her that I purchased for a ridiculous amount of money. So, you know, I wanted to get this fragrance again because, like, I did give it away. You know, I was very grateful, but I like this because it's slightly sweeter. You get more of the green apple in here. You don't get a heavy patchouli. I get more of the patchouli and the lemon in the original Creed Aventus for her. In here, you get more fruity notes like the apple. You get the woody scent as well, but this one's just more, it's not as woody to me. So that makes it really amazing for the summer, the fall, the spring, summer, and the fall. Yeah, but I absolutely love this Dossier fragrance. Like I said, to me, it's better than my original. That's why I wanted to get it again, and I love it, y'all. So the next one we're going to talk about is Ambery Sage. They also come with these cute little cards, you all, which are great for reviewers. They have the notes here. It makes it easy. They actually put the notes on the fragrance as well. They don't put who it's inspired by, which is okay, because this one's like a giveaway, because it's better than, it smells exactly like, but better than, because it's a little fruitier, not as woody and as harsh than Creed Aventus for her. But yeah, it gives you the notes, the concentration, which is 15% oil concentration. It gives you who it's inspired by, and it gives you how it works. And they even put a little thank you note on the card as well. So they give you a website to go to the return policy. If you don't like the fragrance, I've never returned a Dossier fragrance, and I've ordered at least about, I would say, 10 of them. Never returned them. They were all good, y'all. So the next one we're going to talk about is Ambery Sage, and this, Ambery Sage. The juice is a little different, but this is inspired by the Tom Ford fragrance, Effing Fabulous, the EDP, y'all. Okay, I'm not gonna say it, but we all know what that fragrance is. Effing Fabulous. This is a beautiful almondy, leather, creamy note. It's like there's some vanilla to it, slight sweetness to it, y'all. Smokiness to it. This does lean a little masculine more in the dry down. You get that creamy almond in the opening, and a little bit of that leather, but you get more of a woody, spicy, like I think there's tobacco. It has to be tobacco in here. No, but it's just the leather. A woody, spicy, smoky scent. In here you have your bitter almond, sage, lavender. It's not a heavy lavender. Now, I have smelled Tom Ford's Effing Fabulous before. I just remember it being a really smooth and creamy scent. I really wasn't that interested in it when I did spray it, but this one is much nicer than what I sprayed in the store that I can remember over a year ago. I can tolerate wearing this because the leather, I think, is not as heavy in this one as it is in the original Tom Ford Effing Fabulous. But you have your leather, some orris, it smells like orris butter, vanilla, amber, blonde woods, and tonka bean. Yeah, this is really, really good. You know, and yeah, you gotta eat your nose on it, and everything's listed here, but it's a beautiful fragrance. And like I said, the juice is slightly different, of course, from the Fruity Oakmoss. It's a little deeper, richer, darker, but yeah, you gotta get your nose on Ambery Saffron, and it does lean a little masculine in the dry down, just beware. So once again, thank you to Dossier for sending me over these fragrances. I really appreciate all of your love and all of your support for this channel. All right, y'all, that being said, today we are going to get into one of my favorite notes and fragrances. It's a tea fragrance. I absolutely love a tea fragrance, and I recently bought one about a month ago, and it's by the House of Dossier that pretty much inspired me, and I wear them all throughout the year. These fragrances, almost every single one can be worn winter, spring, summer, fall. Okay, tea is just a basic universal note. So this fragrance inspired me to do this video again. I think I did one about a year ago, but of course I have about another 5 or 6 tea fragrances that I absolutely love. So the very first one we're going to talk about is the one that inspired this video, and this is by the House of Dossier. I absolutely am in love with this fragrance. I think I I put this in on a haul not too long ago, but this is considered a floral woody musk, and it comes in, this is actually not an extrait, it's an EDP, but it smells and performs like an extrait, you guys. So in here, it's considered a floral woody musk. You have your orange, some blood orange, you have some orange blossom, you have some freesia, peach, tuberose, tea, rose, vanilla. There's so many scents in this, so many notes in this fragrance. But basically, you get a really pungent, bitter, sweet tea. You know, you get like a little bit of greenness, you know, but you really get a dark, woody tea scent, and it's really sweet, almost like you squeezed a little too much honey in your tea. But this is neck and neck with Gris Charnel. I am absolutely loving Dusita's new tea fragrance, and this is Namkara, and this is my first Dusita. Actually, this is not my first Dusita. I have Moonlight in Chiang Mai that I don't even wear, but I absolutely love that one as well, but it's a little smoky. So I'll probably wear that one more in the fall, winter. But this one you can wear all year long, you know, but I love, like, I really feel like I can taste this, the bitterness of this tea in here with the sweetness, the blood orange, you know, the rose. You get like a really rich rose in here. It's a gorgeous fragrance, and ladies, it leans slightly feminine because of the rich, the sweetness of it. It smells like a really sweet candied blood orange in a way, but I absolutely love this fragrance, and we are moving on. So the next we're going to talk about, we have twins, brother and sister, and this is the famous by the House of BDK. This is Gris Charnel, y'all. You all know that I had to bring out both. I didn't want to give you one and then somebody look in the and say in the comments, oh, but do you have the extrait? Go watch my review. I will link my review of the difference between the two BDKs down below or in the description box, you guys. So this is Gris Charnel. One is the extrait and one is the EDP. Now, the extrait I would definitely recommend for the fall, winter, and the original EDP I will definitely recommend for all year long, actually, you know. So in Gris Charnel, in both, you have a beautiful note of cardamom, you have your fig, which I absolutely love, you have some black tea, some vanilla, you have some sandalwood. It's just a really amazing fragrance, you know. Yeah, gorgeous. This is like a true and true fig fragrance, and you know, yeah, this is a lifer in my collection. Now this one here, it's a little woodier. It says there's bourbon vanilla in here. Now the only thing that this one's to me slightly leans masculine. This one's unisex, you know. This one's brighter, fresher. This one definitely leans a little woodier. It's a little darker, and it's heavier on the sandalwood. But yeah, I would say if you want to start with one of them, you should start with the original and then work your way on to the extrait, you guys. But y'all, love these two fragrances, BDK, Gris Charnel. So the next one we're going to talk about is one that all the ladies love and all the men love too as well. And this is Flower Bomb by Viktor & Roth. Love, love, love this. You get a beautiful note of African orange flower in here. The tea that I smell in here, it's not a black tea. It smells like a white tea to me. I love drinking white teas. You know, white teas are baby tea leaves, and they're actually supposed to be more potent that I can remember than a black tea because it's a little more processed. So the baby tea leaves have a little more caffeine than the red tea, the green tea, of course, unless it's added to the teas. But you know, the white tea is a very delicate tasting tea, but I absolutely love it. So that's what I smell in Viktor & Roth Flower Bomb. So in here you have your orange flower, you have your African orange flower, you have some orchid, you have some tea, you have some rose, some orange blossom. It's just a beautiful powdery floral note. It's pretty sweet. It leans a little feminine, but you know, everybody knows about Flower Bomb, and everyone absolutely loves Flower Bomb, men and women. But get your nose on it. Flower Bomb lasts, the performance is good. It lasts the normal amount of time, like 6 to 8 hours, depending on how you spray. And a lot of people don't like it. I have to mention this because of the patchouli note in here. It's not a really dirty patchouli, but it does smell slightly earthy. But I love a good patchouli note, not too heavy, but this is like patchouli in moderation. But I love it, y'all. Get your nose on Flower Bomb. Super, like, this is a lifer for me as well, okay? I got a lot of lifers in here, y'all. So the next one that's a lifer for me as well. You guys, check this necklace out. I bought this necklace over in Greece. You really can't see it in the lighting, but these are like crystals. Y'all, gorgeous necklace. You know, it's the protective. I actually bought these earrings in Greece as well. But this necklace, y'all, in the light, it sparkles. It's gorgeous. So anyway, the next one is by the House of Floriku, and this is the Floriku that pretty much stole my heart, and this is one umbrella for two. I don't want to hear anything about BDK's, what's the blue one, Deep in Desire. You cannot compare this. Deep in Desire, for me, is very screechy. There's a little bit of synthetics in Deep in Desire. The bergamot is very bright. You know, it's a very playful, fun, summertime scent, Deep in Desire. I have a decant of it. Floriku is the original, is the OG blueberry fragrance, okay? In Floriku, you have black currants, you have your tea, and you have some cedar. Now, this smells like a warm blueberry muffin with a side of like Earl Grey or black tea, yeah, or Genmaicha tea, actually, because you get like a brown rice note in here as well. But I absolutely love Floriku, and I don't understand why people say, of course, you get more bang for your buck because you get 100 mLs with Deep in Desire, but Floriku one umbrella for two is super sophisticated. You know, you don't get that rich woodiness, that rich black currant, that blueberry note, y'all. There's no comparison, like hands down, period, at all, y'all, you know? So I don't know who you guys think you're fooling, but not me over here. This is sexy, it's woody, it's unisex, it's sweet, it's amazing. Yeah. They might have tried to do one umbrella for two. That's all I gotta say, because this right here is number one, y'all, okay? So if you want a real black currant, blueberry, sweet, woody fragrance for all year long, y'all, you need to get your nose on one umbrella for two. It's amazing, okay? I don't want any Deep in Desire haters down in my comments either, okay? You could take that to somebody else's page. All right, y'all, it's one umbrella for two over here, okay? Anyway, love this fragrance. It's amazing. All right. I also love AO, Between Two Trees, from that house as well. I have those fragrances in the house, and but one umbrella for two, that's my girl, y'all. So the next one we have is Matcha Meditation, and I've spoken about this once before. You have a beautiful, it smells like a matcha tea. You have a beautiful note of green tea in here. You have some jasmine, you have some white chocolate, you have some cedar in here. I compared this to Vert Malachite in my last review, This or That, go watch that. But I told you this smells like it has like a little bit more sweetness in here because of the white chocolate, but it smells very similar to Vert Malachite. It's like a creamy matcha drink. I literally feel like I can drink this when I spray it on my hand. To me, it's gourmand leaning for sure because of the white chocolate and the green tea in here, y'all. Absolutely lovely fragrance. Get your nose on it. An amazing matcha tea scent, okay? So the next one we have is, let's see, what we're gonna do next is Winter Palace, okay? Love Winter Palace. I love Mimo Paris's bottle. It's gorgeous, you guys. In here, it says you have a note of red tea, and if you've ever had red tea, then you would understand why you can taste the smell of this fragrance. But yeah, I had a red tea mixed with like an African rooibos tea, rooibos tea, but love those two. But in here, it smells like an candied orange red tea. So you have some tolu blossom in here, you have some styrax, you have some vanilla, you have some tea in here, you have some bergamot, you have some orange in here. It's just a gorgeous fragrance that can be worn all year long, and I absolutely love it. It's very, very potent, so go light on the trigger, you know, but it's gorgeous. It's sweet. It smells like there's orange blossom in here as well, because I know Mimo use a lot of orange blossom in their fragrances, but I think it's just the orange mixed with the vanilla and the styrax. But it's an amazing fragrance. Yeah, and there's no orange blossom in here. There's tolu balsam, okay? But yeah, not one umbrella for two. I'm stuck on one umbrella for two. Winter Palace by the House of Mimo Paris. So the next one we have is my beloved Cruelty. This is an EDT. You guys know I love Donna the EDP, and I have Donna the perfume. Well, this right here is the EDT, and this is very reasonable, an amazing spring summer scent. I wouldn't wear this in the fall because you might not. It's a little light on the nose. This is a signature scent, non-offensive work scent. You can wear this if you have like maybe allergies or very sensitive. Your nose is very sensitive. This will be a good fragrance to start with if you like a tea fragrance. So you have your yuzu, you have some melon, some jasmine tea in here. It's really just a beautiful airy fragrance. You have some citruses in here. Yeah, it's a light fragrance, but I definitely have to overspray this about 15-20 times to get like a moderate sillage, but then it dies down maybe about like 6 hours later, y'all. If you sorry. If you spray it on clothes. You guys, like I said, I love filming outside, but there's bees over here. So anyway, and I am not one to stay still and let the bee fly around my head, okay? Actually, that was a fly. I acted a fool for nothing. Anyway, this is Cruelty, and this is Donna the EDT. So the next one we have is Princess, and this is a really beautiful green tea, marshmallow, vanilla, orange blossom fragrance, and this is by the House of Kilian. You know, you get that powdery marshmallow and that green tea and the orange blossom. It's beautiful. I have the original bottle. Apparently they've come out with a new bottle. I like the globe look of the bottle. But yeah, if you love orange blossom, marshmallow, green tea, it says there's peach and hedione in there, but I don't get any of that. I just really get the green tea, the ginger, which makes it a little warm, spicy, and the marshmallow. And it's a really, this is more of like a dress-up fragrance. I would say more of an evening, nighttime fragrance because of the powdery aspects of it and the marshmallow. It's almost like a green tea marshmallow dusted with the marshmallow dust. And you shake it up in the bag, and you know, you just kind of like pat it all over you, y'all. So anyway, this is Princess Kilian's. I don't need a prince by my side to be a princess. Love this fragrance. I don't wear this often, but it's definitely good for the fall. I would say the fall, winter, because of the powderiness of the fragrance, but I love it. I think I wore it maybe once or twice. Once this year, I think, so far. Once. But it's a nice fragrance. It's not juvenile. It looks juvenile, but it's not. It's just more of a sexy Netflix and chill, maybe even a date night fragrance if you guys are going to the movies, somewhere where you're going to be like up close and personal and intimate, you know, so they can smell that that sweet powderiness and, you know, that warm tea scent, y'all. All right, so the next one, oops, mosquitoes. So the next one I rubbed like, I shouldn't have put on lotion when I came out, but I have like a lemon pound cake shea butter. So I rubbed that all over my arm, and I hope the mosquito just bit me. But anyway, malaria I don't think is in America. Hopefully not, because we got everything else out here. We got COVID, we have monkeypox now, polio in New York. What else? Hopefully nothing else comes here. Hopefully we don't get malaria over here, okay, you guys? So anyway, the next one we're going to talk about is my favorite. And I have to do a gourmand video to see if it has changed, because I have a lot of amazing gourmands that I have obtained within the past couple of years. But this one here, I've had this for over 2 years now, 3 years, I think. This is one of like my favorite gourmands of all times, and it's a tea fragrance. So in here, oh my gosh, this is so good. This is Unknown Pleasures by the House of Kerosene. I love Follow. I have 3 by the House of Kerosene, and maybe I'll just do a house review on the 3 that I have. But Unknown Pleasures, you have a beautiful note of Earl Grey tea. You have some caramel, some honey. You have some lemon in here. It's gorgeous. It smells like a sweet lemon pound cake with a tart lemon icing on top. That's super moist, with a side of Earl Grey tea, like you're dipping that tart sweet lemon pound cake with a drizzled honey into the Earl Grey tea, y'all. This fragrance is amazing, and it's beast mode, and it's just a beautiful succulent gourmand. This is what Lyra should have been, okay, minus the tea, but I would choose this over Lyra any day, okay. I do really, now that Lyra has sat, it has become a little more concentrated. I get more of the lemon, the blood orange, you know, more of a lemon pound cake as well, or a lemon shortbread cookie Lyra gives me. But this one smells like, yeah, like sweet lemon pound cake, and I absolutely love it. Unknown Pleasures by the House of Kerosene. Get your nose on it, but you do get a prominent tea note in this fragrance. So if you don't like tea, then you can stay away from it. I do love Earl Grey tea. It's more of a bitter, dark tea, but I love it, y'all. Amazing fragrance. And this is like in my top 3 of gourmands. Like, and I don't want to say it's my, I have to go through back through my collection. I don't want to say it's my number 1 anymore, but I know it's going to be in my top 3, y'all. Love this stuff. So the next one is by the House of Alluria. I did a house review on this. I did a fragrance review on this house. It was for, they dive into the elements of the earth, which is earth, fire, water, and heaven. But absolutely love them. They're a very clean, sustainable fragrance house as well. They are a Korean fragrance house, which I absolutely love because their fragrances are very clean, and a lot of them are tea inspired as well. So in Alluria, and this is Heaven, you have your pink pepper, you have some rose, you have some tea, you have some passion fruit orange and peony. I think there's peony in here. Smells of peony, but I think it may be the rose and the pink pepper. But I absolutely love this fragrance. This fragrance gives me a little bit of powderiness. It lasts about 6 hours, 6 to 8 hours. I put a little bit of a dent in there. I do spray it about maybe 12 times, but yeah, it lasts about 6 hours. But you get a really fresh, watery, airy rose with a little bit of spiciness, but then it dries down and I get some powderiness, some sweetness as well. This is, I think something bit me, you guys. I should not wear lotion outside. or lotion or scented lotion outside. This is a non-offensive fragrance. So I wear this to work. You know, I wear fire to work, and now my arm is itching from the bites. You know, but I absolutely love this fragrance. If I ran out of this one, because it's like super non-offensive, it's easy on the nose, you know, it could be a signature scent. And that's what I thought about when I purchased it, but there's no way with all of my fragrances that I'm going to have a signature scent. So yeah, absolutely love it. This is Heaven, very airy, light, fresh, a little bit of ambery, like floral sweetness. It's gorgeous, y'all. But get your nose on Alluria Heaven. And yeah, I was about to say, I think that's it because my arm is itching, but no, there's one more to go. So we have Theresa by Aqua Allegoria's line. Now this fragrance, a lot of people, you all say that it doesn't, not you all, but some of you say that it doesn't really give you the best performance, but if I can get 6 hours out of Theresa, then I'm good. So, and that's what it pretty much gives me, like maybe 5-6 hours. It's a really airy, fresh, nice fragrance. I think I had this in my clean fragrance review. But yeah, it's not offensive. It's beautiful. You don't get a heavy tea note in these, and this, you don't get a heavy tea note in Heaven, and you don't get a heavy tea note in Theresa. So if you just want something light, airy with a slight tea note, maybe like a herbal tea note, or I think in Heaven it's like a green. It smells a little bit like a green tea. In Theresa, you have a green tea as well. There's yuzu, grapefruit, lemon, there's jasmine, there's chamomile, there's some vanilla in here, but it's a little citrusy and bright, you know? But this is a very, yeah, definitely smell that green tea and chamomile. You know, you really get, actually you get a decent tea note in here. But when you spray it, it's not as projecting, you know? But you get the chamomile, the jasmine, the green tea, and a little bit of the citruses, you know, the grapefruit and the bergamot in here. But this is Theresa. Get your nose on this. I think I purchased this from Macy's, y'all, and it was like regular price because I think it's Theresa is one of those that are hard to find in the Aqua Allegoria line. All right, y'all, that is it. And you know, go out to the world, spread amazing sillage, do good, be good. And I want to say thank you to Dossier again, you know, Dossier for sending me over those beautiful fragrances. Ambery Saffron, I mean, is a beautiful note. If you want to try that, Ambery Saffron is Baccarat Rouge 540. If you don't want to pay the amount of money for Baccarat Rouge 540, then you can get your nose on that. Ambery Saffron is I loved it. My sister is on like her 3rd bottle. She loves Dossier fragrances. So hopefully she doesn't try to come and snatch these up from me. But the Ambery Sage is amazing as well. Tom Ford effing fabulous. And of course the Fruity Oakmoss is stunning. Don't buy Creed Aventus, y'all. I bought it, but I will never ever purchase it again. I will always stick with the Dossier's Fruity Oakmoss. All right, y'all. Have an amazing day. Love you all. Okay, bye-bye.